Hi, everyone, and welcome to Sentinel Sports Extra, Cavaliers post-game show report. The Cavaliers defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight, 128-107, in front of another sold-out house here at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. It wasn't close. It wasn't close from the beginning. The Cavs jumped out to 16 nothing lead. And then it was 18 to 1, and then 22 to 3 Cavs led. Evan Mobley scored the first 6 points. He ended up leading the Cavs in scoring in the game with 28. He also had 10 rebounds, notching his 23rd double-double of the season and the 90th of his career. Jared Allen had 14 points and 13 boards. That was his 29th double-double of the year. Donovan Mitchell had 23. Darius Garland had 17. In DeAndre Hunter's debut, he had 12. He shot 3 of 7 from the field, 3 of 4 from the three-point line in just 23 minutes. I don't know if he would have played more minutes than he did tonight. It's coming to the podium right now in the post-game press conference. I don't know if he would have played more in the game, if they were going to limit his minutes anyway. I don't know, but he played 23 minutes. He did get into some early foul trouble and ended the game with 5 fouls. Timberwolves Anthony Edwards ended up with 44 points in the losing effort. Got to have more than Anthony Edwards, and it seems like that's right now that's all they have. 44 of the 107 points scored by him. But aside from that, Cavs led 30-12 at the end of the first quarter, 66-44 at half. This game from the start, it really wasn't in doubt. Once the Cavs took that 16-0 lead, I don't think there was any doubt that they were going to win this game. The Timberwolves shot miserable in the first period. I believe it was 2 for 21 in the first period. They shot better in the second period. They shot better as the game went on. They had 5 threes in the first half, and then they made 4 threes like in the first half of the third quarter. So, they did play better as the game went on, but it was, out of hand, by the end of the first quarter, and then at halftime up 22 on the road in the NBA, you're probably not coming back, and that was the case tonight. It's the Cavs' 43rd win of the year, their third in a row, 43-10. The Timberwolves dropped to 30-24 and 15-12 on the road. Cavs will be in action next Wednesday night at 7:30 in Toronto. It'll be a final game before the All-Star break. You can't say final game of the first half because they'll have played 54 games. I guess you could say final game of the 2/3 mark, because they'll only have 27 games left when they come back from the All-Star break. I remember when the All-Star break was at the halfway point. It's not like that anymore. Once the season started just, earlier, the All-Star break being in the same spot, it's pretty much 2/3 of the way. Season's 2/3 of the way by the time they have the All-Star break. So, that said, DeAndre Hunter, he looked good in his debut. There's going to be some, adjustments. And Kenny Atkinson, after the game, said that he's not sure exactly where he fits yet and in what role. And then he said he made a good point. When Strus is available, when Okoro is available, when Wade is back, it's going to be an adjustment there. But I think you get those 3 guys back. This Cavs bench is so deep. It's unbelievably deep. It's just unbelievably deep. You think about it. When you have somebody's got to be the fourth guy off the bench, and it's going to be Struth, Wade, Okoro, Jerome, guys who have all started at one point or another. So it's just a really deep team right now. And we'll just see how it goes the rest of the way. Evan Mobley said in his press conference after the game, the goal is getting to the NBA Finals, winning a championship. That's the goal. So if anybody thinks there's anything less, their goal is anything less, they're mistaken, because they think they can win a championship. And, the first game with Hunter tonight, they just blew out the Timberwolves. It wasn't even close. And the Timberwolves going into the season were considered one of the top teams in the West. They haven't been as good as they were last year, but they were considered one of the top teams in the West. And the Cavs, pretty much controlled the game in Minnesota and then blew them out tonight. So the Cavs will be off, like I said, until Wednesday, and that'll be the final game before the All-Star break. We will not see you again on here for a Cavs pregame report or postgame report until February 21st, when the Cavs take on the New York Knicks here at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Until then, I'm Tim Shire. Have a good night.